Log on to our website www.eaglesfm.com. Follow and engage with us now on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok at Eagles FM Abuja, Instagram at Eagles FM 1023. Download our apps on your Android and iOS stores. Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, your radio experience you can count on.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Something now.
It's the bomb, yo. Wake up and don't sleep on a bicycle.
Next. This is Eagles Morning Rise, where you get inspired,
Updated,
talk sports, and discuss topical national issues.
all served hot like coffee.
Yummy.
This is gonna be the best day of my life.
Eagles Morning Rise with
Natural Prince.
6 a.m.
6 a.m.
to 10 a.m. every weekday
on your number one radio experience. You can count on Eagles 102.3 FM.
Thank God it's Friday. Thank you so much for staying with us on your radio experience. You can count on Eagles 102.3. It's Friday and we say welcome to The Pages. The Pages is our newspaper review where we get to look at the big stories in the dailies and get to talk about them. This morning I have the Vanguard newspaper. This day, Daily Trust as well as the Punch newspaper making an appearance on The Pages. All right, we'll skim through the headlines and get to discuss, analyze them, and some way proffer solutions to some of the challenges bedeviling our nation, making it to the headlines this morning. All right, join the conversation at some point when we open up the phone lines. Keep these numbers really close. 090-7353-0044. That is 090-7353-0044 and 090-8766-8888. You want to send SMS and WhatsApp messages as soon as any headline jumps at you? Feel free. Let's make that to 090-9705-4450. That is 090-9705-4450. All right, let's begin the conversation this morning. By the way, in case you're wondering, my name is Natural Prince. And we begin with the Vanguard newspaper. Vanguard newspaper has a big headline. Restore local refining, says NLC, as federal government holds subsidy removal. We all knew. It was just, they didn't have the nerves. Anyway. Restore local refining, says NLC, as federal government holds subsidy removal. Timing should not be now, Finance Minister. It is commendable, TUC, leave petrol subsidy removal for incoming government, says CPPE. Now, speaking of subsidy removal, what would happen? The question now would be, what's going to happen now that the 2023 appropriation only appropriated monies for subsidy removal till June 2023. So if subsidy isn't removed now, what would happen? We probably would have a supplementary budget or something, or maybe even more monies will be borrowed to complement or to, to augment the budget so as to sustain subsidy. Again, what's most likely going to happen would be, what's going to happen is that we definitely would have to borrow more money, especially looking at the fact that the 2023 budget has about a 50% deficit, which was, we were hoping to borrow to, make up for. So at the end of the day, we're looking at more debts. It's not a bad thing, they say. It's not a bad thing to borrow, right? It's not really bad. But then, looking at the excess crude accounts again, there's really, really not much there in the excess crude accounts. So where would all the monies come from? What would the next administration be doing to ensure that the economy stays afloat? those are questions that should be on your mind. Anyway, moving on. Federal government files 9 fresh grounds opposing Nnamdi Kanu's release. Federal government files 9 fresh grounds. Sounds like a tongue twister. Federal government files 9 fresh grounds opposing Nnamdi Kanu's release. Supreme Court states May 11 for definite hearing. No conditions permanent, Ohaneze tells Buhari and federal government. There's a writer to the story. Also, there allegation of missing 48 million barrels of crude oil, baseless and unfounded, says Malami. Attorney General responding. Allegation of missing 48 million barrels of crude, baseless and unfounded, says Malami. Interesting. Now, just above the masthead of the Vanguard newspaper, you would find oil prices drop below $80 per barrel as OPEC and others end meeting. Oil prices drop below $80 per barrel as OPEC, others end meeting. 10th National Assembly leadership work with Adamu's NWC, Tinubu tells APC governors. 10th National Assembly leadership work with Adamu's NWC, Tinubu tells APC governors. Buhari's government shouldn't be blamed for not bringing back all Chibok girls, says presidency. What happened to making promises and fulfilling the promises that you make? Anyway, seems like promises don't hold water in this part of our world. So, especially when they're made by politicians who are seeking power, you know, they can just promise anything, even if sometimes they know that they may not be able to fulfill them. But they're hopeful, I'm guessing. You know, people can be very positive and hopeful that they can do certain things. And when they make those promises, it's because they believe that they have the capacity to, even when in actual sense they may not. Anyway, that's why, you know, presidency is saying don't blame them. Don't blame them. So the question now would be, who do we blame? Who should Nigerians blame? Sudan, Nigerian students trapped in desert. Sudan, Nigerian students trapped in desert. Now, there's a story and a video that made it out to social media yesterday, where some of the students who were supposed to be on their way to Egypt somehow were left stranded in the middle of a desert, and the drivers had stopped. And we got reports as well that, you know, they collected the visas, or rather the passports of the students who were aboard those buses, and stopped them and said they were not going anymore because the federal government had not paid them, or because they had not been fully paid, and said if they were not fully paid, they wouldn't continue the journey or the trip. Well, finally, later on, we got to hear from the chairperson of NITCOM, Mrs. Abike Dabirewa, who says, well, that they had been sorted out and the journey had resumed. Well, we'll find out more on that later. So, well, that's the position of things. Let's hope that they've sorted those people out and the journey had continued. Also recall that there was stories. There's a report that less than 600 people were actually transported out of Sudan yesterday. Now, all of this has continued because many Nigerians also do not see the reason why about $1.2 million. They're saying if $1.2 million is earmarked to, you know, move Nigerians from Sudan to Egypt by road, then there shouldn't be any reason why these drivers should have stopped on the road for non-payment. Now, could it be that the federal government is saying, okay, we are not going to pay them in full just so they will ensure that, you know, they get the students to their destination? What if they, you know, it's a war situation out there. What if they were paid in full and they didn't complete the journey? You know, so would see. More stories and more headlines coming up. Interesting stories still regarding the movement or the evacuation of Nigerians from Sudan. Let's see what Daily Trust is reporting. Tinubu settles for Akpabio, Barrow as Senate President and Deputy. Interesting. Tinubu settles for Akpabio and Barrow as Senate President and Deputy. That's in the front page of Daily Trust newspaper. And writers to that story, to convey decision to NWC, other contenders. Meets APC governor, says let's work together on NAS leadership. North can't be second fiddle, former governor. Consultations ongoing for speaker and deputy positions. Interesting one. Tanker explosion kills 13, injured many in Jos. My administration recruited 60,000 soldiers, says Buhari. My administration recruited 60,000 soldiers, Buhari. Girl 8 tests HIV positive as mother's boyfriend raped her. Really unfortunate. Very, very sad. Girl 8 tests HIV positive as mother's boyfriend raped her. Anyway, Sudan crisis. 1,500 Nigerian evacuees to arrive Abuja today, says federal government. Sudan crisis. 1,500 Nigerian evacuees to arrive Abuja today, says federal government. Also on the front page of Daily Trust, presidency to youth. You can relocate abroad for better opportunities. Oh, I'm loving this country, am I? And I now. Presidency to youths. You can relocate abroad for better opportunities. Oh my God. Has the presidency given up on our country? The presidency has given up on us. What's the hope? Anyway, moving on. Federal government suspends fuel subsidy removal. Federal government says no vaccination as poultry farmers lose 3.4 million birds to bird flu. Now, let's read that story. Presidency to youth. You can relocate abroad for better opportunities. The presidential spokesman, Femi Adesina, says there is nothing wrong with young Nigerians relocating abroad. Speaking on Challenge Television Thursday, Adesina said the trend called Japa was not a new phenomenon. He stated the Japa syndrome has always been there. There's nothing wrong with people going abroad. If you think you have better opportunities abroad, by all means, go. It is not a crime. Well, that's very true. I mean, in fact, many people are leaving their countries to come to Nigeria, and that's quite what it is. People have a right to travel, move around, and seek better opportunities elsewhere, don't they? That's quite true. Join the conversation now, 090-7353-0044 and 090-8766-8888. Now, there's some conflicting headlines in some of the papers. We'll talk about what we see in the Punch newspaper shortly, but before then, let's get your thoughts in. 090-7353-0044 and 090-8766-8888. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Prince Anacho.
Good morning, Clement Zion Prince.
Thank you, sir. I love my country.
We do love our country.
I love Nigerian government. I love the opportunities they are creating for us to migrate abroad for better opportunities. It is a very, very good thing for them to say so. A country that has oil, one of the richest oil reserves in the world, a country that rakes in so much billions of naira from house banks. I pay not less than 50,000 naira every month for my cottage home, just small home that contains me and my family. No no special amenities. I stay so many days without light. I power my house with a generator. Then a country that makes billions of dollars from port authority, a country that has so much resources, population is even an asset. Check all the houses in Nigeria. How much? Go and check with the National Electric Regulatory Commission. How much they rake in. This kind of country, and we're asking all our youth to migrate abroad for better opportunities. How many nationals of other countries are migrating to Nigeria for opportunities that actually are abound here? It's a hard interest that leaders can say for the train. Don't make it a delegistic statement, a statement of authority and government that people should locate for better opportunity. That means they don't believe that we have anything here. But yet every day they are scrambling to occupy our offices. So what they will reach themselves with? Billions of dollars are looted every time. Oil is leaving the shores of this country with reckless abandon because our leaders have ships that bet in the oceans to lift our cruise out.
Okay,
we have no refinery. Thank you.
Before you go, have you been able to resolve your daughter's, UTME issue?
Yes.
Okay.
They called them yesterday, and she wrote successfully yesterday. My only prayer is that they should not penalize them with the assumption that the exams have leaked. She doesn't have any access to anybody who has written before. Okay. So that's my prayer.
Thank you very much, Clement, for calling. And let's move on. More calls. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Yana.
Good morning, GB.
My name is GB. Good morning to listeners and contributors.
Good morning, welcome.
Let me start the issue of subsidy removal. To me, I do not see anything new in that news. I need to create some media sensation. Because this government already said that the subsidy will remain till end of June. And they are going by May 29. So saying we are not removing this is just saying the same, just saying the fact. Because by May 30, only 11 governors out of the NEC and civil and the CBN governor will remain as a member. All the rest will have gone. So just saying that, look, as we are going, our hands are clean. We are not the one removing it. Whatever happened after, don't blame us. To me, that was
that wasn't the initial statement. That wasn't the initial statement was that before May 29, subsidy will be removed. So what happened? No. What happened? That was I could pull up those stories for you.
Budget. If you make budget for June 30, then why are you removing it May 29?
The Minister of Finance had stated that May 29 subsidy will be officially removed, even though there was a budgetary allocation for June. For June.
So what will happen to the allocation to the June?
Well, that's a buffer. That's a buffer. I mean, people make this. If you're a planner, you would know that you would make such arrangements.
But what I'm saying is that to me, there's nothing different from what.
So, do you think that do you think that the next administration would remove subsidy by June?
What I'm saying is that
because they will just be like a month in office. They would just be like a month in office by the end of June. Do you think they would have removed fuel subsidy by the end of June?
What I'm saying, when the government comes in, they have by now, Tinubu should have known what he would do by that. The only thing is that the palliative that they will put into it, maybe they're working upon it, but they have said they will remove subsidy. They may not remove it by June 30. They know that before the end of this year, they will have sorted it out. Secondly, I want to comment on the issue of the Sudanese something that the vehicle stop on the road, the Adikil and this. Well, I wouldn't know how it happened, but it's a good also that the Nigerian people save the money. Say, look, we'll not pay you everything, because these people are in their country. It's a war country. If the vehicles are that people are not going, they are collecting the full money. Who would they go to? So they are play safe also, but they are now also trying to say, okay, if we don't move there. Just what they have sorted it out, and these people have moved. Me, I can't blame the government for saying, look, until you get a destination, we can't pay you the full amount. They also are playing safe. Then the issue of Akpabio, or to say they have settled for the north or for the south, I think to me, the South will go for the presidency because no Southerner has been Senate president since our democracy started. The Southeast have gotten it for 8 years. So the 8 years of PDP,
All right, GB, take your time.
So,
time is up.
So
Thank you very much.
If you allow the South to have a taste of it.
Thank you.
And then also,
thank you very much. Let's get some more calls. 090-7353-0044 and 090-8766-8888. Good morning, my elder. I'm so sorry, Elder Noja. Elder, thank you. You're welcome.
You see, let me tell you people, there's no society. All this is just fine. I went those people where argue on the media, let them started go what I'm telling them. So they only just talk according to their own. You see, my brother, every day they have the crude oil to NNPC. Go it and see. I want somebody to go it and tell me whether Danoja is telling lies. Every day they give them crude oil, and then this crude oil they send it to abroad to go and refine. Allocation to NNPC. Every day they give them crude oil, and then they send it to abroad to refine that crude oil. And then they bring it back. If they are bringing it back, they will give the price to government. They will sell it to government, and then they will bring it out. Now the day where they are playing there with that, there is nothing as a sort of this. And then two, where they cast them again. I will tell the government when they came to power, don't fight the PDP. PDP, they just be as a family. You see, they have handed over the government to you, but the economic power is with the PDP. Go back and liaise with them, buy those timber and caliber in the PDP. They will send people to come around your government for you. But the government is refused. There's a place where they call OSP in Lagos. This time, if you bring petrol from abroad, you have to decide it there. And then there are three powerful people in this country. And then get that place. The money they tax government is more than the money you say buy the petrol from abroad. That's why they say so. The crude oil where they give to NNPC, it's the same crude oil they go refinery and sell it to government. Go it and see. So the corruption there, if they don't remove the corruption there, there's nothing as the society. Thank you. And then
thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yes, you want to wrap up now?
A minute, please, please, I beg. So some people are asking Danoja and counter Danoja that I ask how many health may ever try in Nigeria. I want somebody to tell us, those people who don't see beyond their nose, to tell us, since one health may have seen people in Nigeria, how many of them they care to talk? They should tell us, and they need to change. They came to repair something. Somebody was telling me, say, during PDP, how many people PDP try? And that's why we elect this government to come and change. Which change you bring to us now? Continue killing people, and then somebody who don't believe in religion, where idol worshiper, we come to radio and counter me.
All right, thank you, Elder Noja. I've got to let you go now. Thank you so much for calling. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, my friend.
Good morning. Taking me. Good to have you.
Jerry.
Jerry, good morning.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Welcome.
Hi, my friend.
Sir.
A human being that have mission or ambition for his people, ask them to evacuate from their own house and go another house to go and hustle. Somebody that have mission for his own children, somebody that have ambition for his own children, he ask them to come up for their house. So now, who are we leaving the house for now? We are leaving it for strangers to come and take over, or when we come back, they not chase us. Okay, look at now. The other day, this government have been rescue people. Now they have gone and dump our children on desert. You see now they are stranded in desert there now. These guys, they did ask to give them money completely so that before they can move. Now when they reach desert, they're asking for the complete money. Who is going to give the money inside desert? And what are they going to use the money for inside desert? A fuel subsidy. These guys they have no satisfied in suffering us. We are ready, and these guys, I believe that what they are calling for, they are not calling for third world war or third war in Nigeria. I pray because what they are planning for, so it will work for them. by God's grace.
All right, Jerry.
If,
Go ahead.
in fact,
Jerry. Thank you very much for calling. Put your emotions in check. I know some of these things sometimes. Emotions run wild, but you've got to put your emotions in check, and so we can have smooth conversation. There's always a good way to say what it is that you want to say. And by the way, more headlines coming in shortly. But before then, as a caller, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Clement.
Thank you very much. With regard, I just want to correct an impression before I make my contribution. My elder is somebody I respected so much, but does not mean that an elder doesn't make a mistake. You get my point. So the issue he brought on this radio station, we did not argue this issue on this radio station. I don't care whatever you call me, but sometimes there are issues at times. Because all I'm just trying to say is that he should respect other people's opinion.
Please,
yes,
please, you should not bring your problem for another place to come here. Just respond to the headlines here, please. Okay, please, let's do that. Thank you very much, Clement.
I want to ask this question. In the whole world, I think we say America are the most richest country and whatever that people run to America. Am I correct? But I want to ask, is there any American in other countries or even in Nigeria here? That is to tell you that anybody is free to move to any country that you think you can move to. But I always say this thing that, but doing that, don't demoralize your own country. This is just my opinion. Concerning, according to Johnny Adesina's statement, that's why I made that statement. And another thing again I want to ask, have you ever seen anywhere you give a contractor, maybe you contract something to somebody and you pay that person full-time money? Because at least if it is 70%, 80%, you say, okay, agreement. When you finish your contract, then you balance it. See, all those Sudanese, whoever is trying to maybe make mockery of this country should know that God, every life is at stake, and they should not play with the life of Nigeria. That is just my concern. Thank you. Have a good day.
All right, thank you, Clement. Moving on, let's look at more headlines. More headlines now, and the Punch newspaper is here. From the Punch newspaper, National Assembly leadership: Tinubu, governors dump consensus for zoning. National Assembly leadership: Tinubu, governors dump consensus for zoning. Governors advise Tinubu against endorsing candidates. Seek due process. Work with party leadership for principal officers election, Tinubu tells governors. Already. Recall that Daily Trust has reported that Tinubu had endorsed, settled for Akpabio. Well, it seems like the governors wouldn't have it, and now he has to say, you know what, go and consult and sort it out yourselves. Maybe like saying, my hand no deal. Anyway, moving on. Over 6,000 soldiers recruited under my watch, says Buhari. $2.4 billion diversion claim baseless, says Malami. $2.4 billion claim baseless, says Malami. Nigerians rejoice as police go after rogue cops. Nigerians rejoice as police go after rogue cops. Floods, 16 states eye federal government relief fund. Floods, 16 states eye federal government relief funds. Above the masthead of the Punch newspaper, federal government plans supplementary budget as NEC suspends subsidy removal. Federal government plans supplementary budget as NEC suspends supplementary, as NEC suspends subsidy removal. Rescued Nigerian student arrive Egypt, awaits airlift. Rescued Nigerian students arrive Egypt, awaits airlift. Big shout out. That's very commendable. Thank God for their safe arrival. Let's hope that more and more Nigerians would arrive Egypt and be airlifted to Nigeria. PDP LP lost poll over to overconfidence, says Buhari. PDP And Labour Party lost poll to overconfidence, says Buhari. Those are the stories at the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning. We'll take a quick pause now. The conversation continues. Keep it locked right here on your radio experience. You can count on. We'll be taking more of your thoughts and responses shortly.
The vibe is about to be lit. Don't you just love good music? I know you do. I don't really care if you're older. On Eagles 102.3 FM.
Betway, now your gateway to different types of games where we package to tutori you. Better games where you like boku for Betway. From hot fruit to dream catcher, from Gonzo's Quest to Aviator. Hey, games wey go make you fly fair, enter better opportunities. All these games don dey your hand now. Oh yeah, sign up today for betway.com.ng. Terms and conditions apply, but no be for person wey never reach 18 years old. Make you the bet responsibly.
We are already counting down to the 4th International Conference on Communication and Development.
The Institute of Strategic and Development Communication, Nasarawa State University, KEFI, invites you to the 4th Conference on Communication and Development in Africa. Theme: Change Management and Data-Driven Strategic Engagement for Development. Date: 2nd and 3rd May 2023. Venue: Assembly Hall, Nasarawa State University, KEFI. Special guest of honor: Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Mr. Boss Mustafa. Keynote speaker: Director General, CEO, National Identity Management Commission, NIMSI, Engineer Aliyu Abubakar Aziz, and other dignitaries.
I look forward to welcoming you here in the historic city of KEFI, a place where indeed you will find that it's a micro Nigeria, in the sense that you have people of different ethnic backgrounds, and we have a very portable but neat campus that is very serene.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Appreciate you keeping it with us on your radio experience. You can count on. I'll get back to taking your thoughts and responses to the headlines shortly, but then I'll get to give you headlines now from This Day newspaper. I'll serve you headlines from This Day newspaper, and then we move on to taking your responses to the headlines from This Day. Buhari: overconfidence and bad technical moves killed opposition at polls. Overconfidence and bad technical moves killed opposition at polls, says APC blended confidence with caution. Worked hard to win. Hints at retirement plans to live in Kaduna after 6 months in Daura. Discloses nation's military ranking has risen from 7th to 4th in Africa. Also there in the front page of This Day newspaper, Tinubu to APC governors: work with party to elect 10th National Assembly principal officers. And that's just above the nameplate of This Day newspaper. Malami dismisses claim of loss of $2.4 billion from crude oil sales to China. Now, just at the top strip there, NEC pushes federal government to suspend planned fuel subsidy removal, proposes supplementary budget and amendments to PIA. Nasima: petrol subsidy removal without operation of local refineries will hurt businesses, shut down SMEs. Those are headlines from This Day newspaper. All right, final one at the bottom strip there. Sudan: first batch of Nigerian evacuees arrive country today. Those are the stories there. Let's get your thoughts in now. 090-7353-0033. 080-44 and 090-8766-8888. Don't forget you can watch us live on YouTube at Eagles FM Abuja. You can also watch us live on Facebook as well. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Yanacho.
Good morning, Okwi. Good to have you.
Morning to all listeners. Buhari said that to overcome this caused PDP and the Labour Party not to win the election. INEC declared APC and Tinubu winner. That as a winner of the this year's election. We know what happened. Yes. INEC that give APC and Tinubu winning. It's not elected. It's not Nigeria that elected them. We know what happened. So let's go. Then Nigerians in Sudan.
Okay, why do you say Nigerians did not? No, it was not Nigerians that elected them. Did Nigerians not cast their vote for the APC?
Who elected them?
How do you know who? How do you know who and who? How do you know who and who? Who? How do you? Did I tell you that I voted?
You in the studio. Who do you vote for?
Did I tell you that I voted?
Tell me who the head collect that vote Tinubu and APC.
Oh my God, Okwi, you like wahala.
Tell me who the head collect.
Okwi, you like trouble.
APC and
there are many well-meaning Nigerians who voted the APC.
Who and who? Tell me who the head collect that voted.
They will call you very soon. Some of them will respond very soon. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Okwi. Appreciate you calling in. Okwi, like trouble. Okwi, you want to put us in trouble in this country. Anyway, moving on. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, so sorry. I don't like calling back. Give me 1 second to make a statement.
Please go ahead.
Point of order on Buhari's statement that overconfidence killed Labour and PDP. Actually, James Hadley says in the book, The Soccer Punch, says that when a man is overconfident in himself, he becomes wide open to a soccer punch. That is what happened. The soccer punch and the instrument was INEC. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you. More calls. Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello. We can hear you.
Madam P from Maraba.
Madam P, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us.
A first time caller.
This is to welcome you, Madam P. Good to have you.
Thank you, my brother.
Welcome.
The topic I want to comment is about Nnamdi Kanu. More charges against him. See, the government are dividing Nigeria seriously. What has Nnamdi Kanu done? Did Nnamdi Kanu kill anybody? Look at Boko Haram. You are turbaning them. You are giving them more license to kill Nigerians. You are enrolling them into Nigerian army. What has this young man did that is fighting for his own freedom? I beg, Kai, the posterity will judge us. Please, I'm begging our president, before he leaves, please let him release Nnamdi Kanu. I am on my knees. Before that, could you remember that they said that tuberculosis are where they kept him before he will be infected? Because Nnamdi Kanu is just like a beast perching under somebody's thing. If you kill him, you're in trouble. If you leave him, you are in trouble. Please, for the sake of our children and our unborn children, please, they should release Nnamdi Kanu for us. They've divided Nigeria. And let the Biafra go. You say no, they are not going. Look at what they are doing us, marginalizing us, without anything since after the war.
Madam P.
Marginalized Nigerians.
All right.
Please, my brother, I am on my knees. And secondly, another one is our children that are coming back from Sudan. And they kept them at the desert, I beg. What if anything happened to them? The story just go like before. That is what they are waiting for. Please, those drivers, they will pay you your money. Bring those children for us. I rest my case.
Thank you, Madam
Thank you.
Peace. Most of those kids have arrived. Those students have arrived Egypt, so I think we're past that now. Big shout out to everyone who was instrumental to getting them out there. Let's get to more calls. Hello, good morning. Got to take more. That's right, seems like we don't have that one. Let's bring in this one. Hello, good morning.
Point of order, please, my brother.
Eldonoja.
You see, talking about Nnamdi Kanu, we don't know the people supporting Nnamdi Kanu. How many police they don't kill? How many army they don't kill? Those people where they are waiting, even in the east, they have collapsed the economic of the east. You can't come out on Monday. If you have a son and then you're going wrong, speak to your son. Don't blame government. You are talking about Boko Haram. Cheko, the leader of Boko Haram, where is they now? They don't kill him. Most of the commanders, they wait them. Nobody detain them. So you can't compare case of Nnamdi Kanu with this is. Even the problem in Nnamdi Kanu.
All right, Eldonoja, thank you very much. Let's have more calls. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, Chuku is here. They sent in voice notes earlier. Hello, good morning. Okay, Chuku, good morning to you.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello, Ianacho, good morning.
Good morning.
I want to react on the headline that says federal government filed 9 new charges against Nnamdi Kanu. You see, the appeal court have discharged Nnamdi Kanu and acquitted his case. That he has no case with the federal government. The federal government don't want to release Nnamdi Kanu. What are the offense of Nnamdi Kanu? That is fighting for his people to be free, but they are still holding him there back. Where are the Boko Harams and the leader, the headsmen? Where are they today? Going around killing Nigerians for no reason. And you cannot find any of them in the court. Why? These people that are killing AK-47, bring them to court so that Nigerians will be happy that you are doing what they want. Nnamdi Kanu has been discharged and acquitted.
Well, the same court held him back.
Allow this young man to go. You see, there's a proverb that says when you hold a child or something and your hand.
Oh my God! Please, let's have this voice notes.
You raise your hand up. When your hand is paining you, you will bring your hands down. Anybody that holds somebody on the ground.
Oh my God!
Go. Because the court have discharged him. Away from that, Nigerian students are trapped in the desert. For me, they could have left these people in the Sudan.
Don't do this. Don't call the WhatsApp line. Please do not call the WhatsApp line. You're interrupting the conversation.
I know nothing will still happen to them. They might not kill all of them. Nothing will happen to them. But today now they went and bring them out from Sudan and leave them in the middle of desert. That you cannot find water, you cannot find food.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
This kind of thing before for this country. Nothing is working. Your own citizen, they are trapped in desert. Okay, don't tire for this country. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Okechukwu. The students are no longer trapped in the desert.
Prince Iheanacho, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Anthony Witness.
Anthony Witness, good to have you.
You know, oftentimes I have contributed in this platform encouraging people who have the opportunity to live. There is no prospect. Among the failures of Nigerian leaders, the most painful one to me is their inability to provide for the youth. How can somebody graduate? You remember, it's like a torture. Before somebody gets access to university, some of them must have sat 2, 3, 4 times. Not that they are not brilliant, but because the system is so tight, so unreasonable that they find it difficult to get admission into university. And when you do, they will not give you the course that you feel you can do well on. They just give you anyhow course. If you must get the courses that people are aspiring for, you must have money to buy it. And then a course that's supposed to last for 4 years will take 6 years. After all this rigorous process, after passing through the difficult terrain of education in this country, what at the end of the day, what awaits you? Nothing. I mean, nothing. Even the government themselves that are supposed to care will be telling students in the universities that there is no employment in government system for them. Can you imagine such a discouraging utterances from government? Today, the government, the presidency have spoken again through their own person that people should go. You don't tell, it's only a tree that you will desire and design and even under it, discuss how you're going to cut it down. And after you've gone and prepare and come back, you still meet the tree there. Human being gets feeling and they can move. So any person that I've said it over and over again, the means to live should live. If you have means to take your children, especially your children, out of this nation, let them go. Because there's no prospect at all. There is none, I'm telling you. But unfortunately, the same government personnel will tomorrow start yearning that people are leaving this nation. Remember, in the house, not long now, somebody moved a motion that doctors should not be allowed to leave this country. Can you imagine such a country? Instead of them looking at what has made them to leave this nation, they are giving order they should not leave. But they themselves are flying in and out for medical treatment. It's a terrible situation. I conclude, Prince Iheanacho, if people have what they will sell to send their children out of this country for a brighter future, let them not hesitate. Have a good day and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Anthony Witness. More calls. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, KGB.
Yeah, good morning, Iheanacho.
Welcome.
My own thing is that why can't federal government increase the charges of Nnamdi Kanu to 200 so that the counting number so that we give it to 1,000? You see, nobody have monopoly of anything. It is everything has time. When it is time for to rain to pour, it will definitely drop. When it is time for dry season, you will see it. You see, in the whole world, or how do I put it? Agitation is never a crime. There's somebody will come and target a crime to somebody just because he's supposed to be somewhere. It's still time. It's not yet time. The time will come. The so-called Biafra are talking of say they want to go. You people hold them down and start because you have an opportunity of one thing or the other. Well, if it's still time, time will come. That one is that. On our children, in what do I call it, Sudan, I want to say that if I have a child there, as I will ask him to stay behind, nothing will happen. God will see him through. Or when he get to that Egypt, he will stay behind, not to come to Nigeria. You can see that that's my assertion now. Can I call it confirmed or proved by the federal government who is telling you, proven by the federal government who is telling you that you can travel.
Thank you very much.
They are telling you now you can jackpot, you can come out, you are not in your move out. That is what government is telling their children.
Right.
You can see
Thank you, KGB.
what government are telling their children. That is to say that the government that are nothing.
Thank you. Appreciate you. And Okichukwu, Udokama rather. Udokama is here again. Good morning, Udokama. Okay, seems like this one will not allow us. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Let me comment about the president-elect.
What's your name, please?
Bella. My name is Haruna Sule. I'm calling you from Savonte.
Good morning, welcome.
So we are praying, may God keep him alive to May 29. But all we say from Nigeria is not from any other country. You know the challenge that we're facing in this country. So please, when he is faced as a president of this country, let him begin to look the issue of this problem that we're facing in this country. Like let Umaru Musa Yaradua that like immediately straight in the issue that we're facing in this country, he continue to address it one after the other. And then he increased the slide of police people, and then he dropped the fuel of 79 naira to 65 naira. Everything begin work normal in this country. So we are praying for the president that elect. Let's bring Nigeria together. This country is belongs to all of us, both rich man and the woman. Please, I advise other people, all these people, all these politicians. They don't even know Christian and Muslim. All this is affecting all of us. Let us bring ourselves together to fight them, to do the right thing. We're expecting the right thing now. It's not by accusing finger for one after another. May God help us and then give us the rally that we need us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Haruna. Appreciate you calling in and guessing your first time caller. Thank you very much. There, another caller is here. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Prince.
Good morning to you.
Happy weekend.
Moses, is that you?
Yeah, this is Moses here.
Good to have you, Moses.
I want to appreciate God for most of the things we say in this station. I think the implementation of our voice is counting. But I just heard about the oil subsidy that you had now been postponed to June. Yeah. I think that is what we are saying, that it has come to a law that this government is lining up and they are talking about oil subsidy. So that is another kudos, because I know what we say on this station is count. Then the issue of the 2.4 billion that was moved under carpet without account. I think government should set up a team to make sure that that thing is being rectified. And some of these crimes being committed by Boko Haram, kidnappers, and some of them that are still in prison, we have never seen any persecution or whatsoever directive judgment that was carried around. I think they should do something.
Okay.
And finally, I want to give kudos to our government for bringing some of our children up from Sudan. You know, if they have done well, we need to tell them the area that they have done well. Because when our children are over there, we are crying for peace. And thank God some of them have been out from there and now they are in Egypt, trying to bring them to our country. So it's a kudos. So areas that they have performed well, I think let us appreciate them.
All right.
And finally, we attacking ourselves on this station, I think it didn't count.
Thank you very
but
much.
But you are doing well, very well.
Thank you.
Doing very well. Continue that good job you are doing.
Thank you, Moses. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Moving on. Good morning.
Federal government said they will no longer remove subsidy. My question is, the money that they have already borrowed, what are they going to do with it? That money that they borrow because they want to remove subsidy, what are they going to do with it? Yes, somebody said that they are just stating the fact. It means that government have been lying all the while for them to borrow the money so Nigerians will not talk. Now they have borrowed the money, they now come out to the fact. I like the way GB put it. But I want to ask, must they continue to deceive Nigeria in order to get to office, in order to get money and get position? Now look at them, say that Nigeria youth can go to outside country to look for better opportunity. Better opportunity. Can you see the way they put it? There's nothing wrong with it. You see? And they will go and tell their children to come and take over Nigeria, to come and be in charge of Nigeria. These people, I said it, they never mean well. They are always concerned about themselves and their family. And they will want us to call them our daddy, our leaders, our elderly men. It cannot be possible. You don't treat me as a child, and you want me to call you to treat you as my father. It cannot be possible. That's why you are seeing problem here and there. APC, they can. Somebody saying that Tinubu will remove it when it costs. I want to assure that Tinubu was the one that met them and said, don't remove this. And as the case may be, Tinubu have been one of the kakus of the APC, and they have to obey him because it is his own turn. It is Tinubu turn. I say it's Tinubu turn. We are watching. Let somebody always stand by to defend that party, because I know that so many things may actually going to crumble. Thank you.
Thank you, Dokam. Let's take more of your voice notes. Those of you who sent in voice notes from earlier. Good morning. Yes.
How is work? How are you doing this morning?
Great.
I want to react on the topic who says presidency saying that Nigerian youth can go abroad and look for a greener pasture. I don't know what is the plan of Nigerian leader to youth. I don't actually know. When I listen to what they are saying always, I don't know. My hope is really going down in this country. I saw this from Nelson Mandela, his words, who says a leader is like a shepherd. He stays behind the flocks. So, and our own Nigerian leaders are asking us to go. That means they didn't have plan. They didn't have plan for the country to move forward. If not, they will ask themselves, what is that thing that is making Nigeria youth to japa? And they are here encouraging the japa. That means they don't have any good plans for the country. I really feel sorry as a young one. I don't know what they are doing. They are making us to lose hope in the country. They are making us to lose hope. They're supposed to start doing things that will keep the youth, and they are here saying that we can go. So what happened? So as I just hear this, I just remember what I read from Nelson Mandela, that a leader is like a shepherd. He stays behind the flocks, and our own, they are asking us to go. So may God bless us. So thank you very much.
You didn't tell us your name.
It's Daniel from Asokoro.
Daniel, thank you very much.
Mentioned my name earlier. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, moving on. Usman Daura is here. Usman,
good morning, Mr. Henacha, President Radio Highness Abuja Usman Daura. Let me talk on the Nigerian student in Sudan. Also, the video trending on net that they were abandoned midway at deserts because money was not paid to the drivers. According to I listened to DG Nema that they paid them. The agreement was that they gave them 30% pending when they reach, before they will complete the 70%. But our students, they are made to understand that the drivers say that they have to pay them complete money. So they stopped at the desert on their way to Aswan, border between Egypt and Sudan. And Abike Daberi is here telling us that the issue has been resolved. So what even baffles me, Mr. Enacho, the two Minister of Foreign Affairs, Geoffrey Onyema, DG Neo Mohammed Habib, and Abike Nidcom Chairperson Abike Daberi, their statement does not come from each other. It's contrary. So that shows something is wrong. They should admit something is wrong. So let them look for a solution. But in a situation whereby you come and say the issue has been resolved and say they are abandoned, we listened, we saw it, it's trending on net. There was a student from Yobe State that was interviewed by one of the TV stations. We heard what he said, that none of the staff came to his aid. So what are you talking? The government should learn to be open. Government should learn to be sincere. For God's sake, they should learn to be sincere. You see, the students are crying. Nobody came to them. Nobody came to their aid. We were made to understand $1.2 million was released for this excess. Where is the money? Where were the drivers not paid? That you enter into agreement with them, all of a sudden, out of the 13 boats that left Sudan for Aswan border between Sudan and Egypt, only 2 arrived. That was what they said. I even listened to the CEO of Air Nigeria saying that they have not gotten permission to land in Egypt. So why can't these things be done, for God's sake? Why are we like this? Why is our own thing always different? Are we made to? Are we born to suffer in this country? For God, can't we get it right? What is happening to Nigeria and Nigerians? Bye.
Thank you, Usman Daura. Let's squeeze in more if we can. I don't think that we have the time for it. Don, quickly.
Good morning, my prince. How was the night?
Welcome.
It was great. Mine was great too. Quickly, I want to respond to the headline about Nnamdi Kanu. I want to ask the Nigerian state, what is it that this guy has done that they have refused to even obey their own laws, their own laws? They pick and choose which laws to obey when it suits them. Okay, this man has been acquainted by your own competent court of laws, and you have vehemently refused to, let him go even after for a very long time. What is it that he has done? I used to say that the reason why Nigeria is going the way it is actually because of a lot of injustice, and I just pray that we don't go the way of Sudan. I really pray so, because injustice breeds greed, breeds crisis. Quickly, presidency says they should not be blamed for not rescuing Chibok girls. Okay, presidency, as you can see, this government is rounding off. How many times have you heard the president speak? And most times when he comes out to speak, the people even in presidency comes out to counter him because, well, I don't want to go there because we know they're really messing things up. And then finally, the president says Labour Party and PDP lost election because of overconfidence. It's laughable, really. It's laughable that if this man who promised to give Nigeria the best election ever was the one who presided under the worst election ever in the history of Nigeria, and he's here to tell us that PDP and Labour Party lost election because of overconfidence. You're only confident when you know what you have to offer. Well, I just like to stop here today. I just pray and say that Nigeria, we should just go back to justice. Injustice is going to lead us astray.
Thank you and have a wonderful day. Appreciate you. Thank you again. And finally, we'll take a message from Dr. Chinedu, who says the president should also tell us how many soldiers and indeed Nigerians that have died in the war against Boko Haram under his watch. On what affected opposition party, nothing can be further from the truth than what Buhari said about overconfidence. We expected him to insist that INEC acted in line with the laid down rules, but he kept mute. Thank you very much, and that's the show this morning. My name is Iheanacho Prince. Bye now.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Welcome to the studios. With me here today is Engineer Emmanuel David of Emma Civil Engineering Construction Company. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me.
All right, sir. We'd like to know, what do you